Are you curious to try hair extension but you're not sure if it's worth it? If the answer is yes, then you are in the right place. Keep watching this video and you'll have your question answered. In this video, I will talk about pros and cons of a hair extension made with the sewed-in method, and then I'll give you some useful suggestions. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, a huge thank you for stepping by. My name is Annalisa and in this channel my videos will talk about makeup reviews, lifestyle and fashion reviews like this one. So if you just landed here, consider subscribing. So for today I'll just do a quick review about hair extension, in particular the sewed-in hair extension. When I wanted to buy them, I searched the web for tutorials, pros and cons videos, suggestion, like experienced people try them on, and it was really difficult to find any. So for this reason I decided, now that I wore them for a couple of months, to do a video about it. So let's get into the video. Please, a huge welcome to my hair extension. There they are, fluffy and all. So, I bought these for around £100 from a specialist shop, and this included also them putting them on me like this. I'm joking. They just sewed it in, and they are 100% Rami hair. So they're human hair. I discourage buying any synthetic one, especially if you like styling them all the time, so they will get ruined. And you can color them, you can wash them as they were your hair. Now you will say, oh, so you put them on and off. No, this is like the thick one, so once you have on, you keep them. But the good thing about this type of hair extension that you can actually take them off by yourself with a bit of care. And if you take care of them, it is actually possible for you to keep them, like I did, on the hanger, and then put them on again. Of course, to put them on, you need to go back to the specialist shop because you can't do it by yourself. I'll show you some pictures that I took when I had these extensions past summer, this summer. I just took them off really, so I was stupid because I could have kept them and then do the review with them on. But anyway, I have pictures, I'll show you those. So here we go. First picture. That's me when they were putting them on, when I had them on. Look at that. How amazing. From the back. Picture of me with braids to style them and make them wavy. There's a picture of me in a train with a cute Snapchat filter. And then this, I was at uni. And then this one here was quite cute, actually, this. So those are the pictures to let you see how they, well, fit on me. So how do they actually do it? So they section your hair in two parts, 1 and 2. And then they start from the bottom, I think. They basically plait your hair. They put an extra string of hair, and then with the 2 strings of your hair, they plait it like this and like this. And at the end here, they put an elastic band. Exactly like this. Once done, they use a thread to actually put your new hair extension, sew them in on the actual braid. So the hair extension are attached by a thread, like this type of thread. They sew this in on your plait. Wait, they put it like this. So let's get down to talk about the pros. Number 1, you will have full hair, a mane that everybody will envy. Number 2, your hair will be significantly longer in 0 time. Mine is like 20 inches, but they sell in different length. I think 16, 18 and 20, something like that. So this is a great solution, especially if you have to cut your hair really short, because, well, not really shorter, because if shorter you can't really put them on. But short, like even shorter than mine, it's fine, but you don't want it to have it short, so you don't like how you look like. So there's at 0 time you have them long again. Number 3, you can create loads of different hairstyles. You can put a bun here, now you've got lots of hair remaining, so you can plait them, and then you can put a plait all around the bun. Number 4, for their specific type of hair extension, they don't ruin your hair as the other type does, because it's a more gentle way to have them. As the entire plait, we hold them, as said. and not only a single lock of hair, as it is if you have them with like a metal ring or keratin, for example. Number 5, you will never ever see anything on the back of your head here. So if you put your hand, you will feel something, and nobody can see it. It's just you feeling them with your hand, but from the back, anybody won't see anything. Number 6, as I said before, if you take good care of them, you can remove them when you want to remove them, usually after 3 months, and then you can reuse them again. Whilst the other type, once you remove them, it's done, and they're usually more expensive because the only way they can be put on is on the hairdresser, which is actually more expensive than the shops. Number 7, the first day when they put it on, it's a bit weird. You might get a headache the first day because it's really tight. You might feel a bit funny in bed. But after the first night, a couple of nights, let's say, you don't feel it anymore. Not at all. It's like just normal hair. You don't feel it. It's weird. I didn't believe that at the beginning, but yeah, that's the truth. Believe me, you don't feel anything at all. So how about the cons now? Number 1, the high dryer and the styler will become your best friends. It will take longer to dry them. You will need to style them because sometimes they take like a style you don't like, especially your hair, because you know a different type of hair, plus you're shorter, so if they're really wavy they might not blend in, so you need to style them all, and this take time. And then you will need to dry, especially this fabric bit, because in the winter it's really uncomfortable if wet, believe me. Number 2, which is not actually a cons, because you need to do it with your hair. You should do it with your hair anyway. You need to take good care of them. You need to use natural products. You need to use oils. You need to use a special brush to not mark them. The products I use is Yes to Carrots. I buy it from Harland & Barrett, but you can find it on Amazon as well, which is this too. Shampoo and conditioner. They're really natural, 95% natural ingredients. They don't have any parabens, sulfites, anything, so they won't ruin your hair extension, but actually don't ruin your hair either. The other thing, you need to use the nutrient oils, especially in the end, because they can get really dry. So that you put lots of oil here. I use it for my hair anyway, but you might need to use it a bit more often on those, because you want them to look really nice and not that look like it's a weak, like a nylon one that usually you can buy from like £2 from like Halloween shops. So no. The other thing included in take a good care of them is when you wash them. I usually section them, and then I like do like a sort of massage like this. You can't really do this because otherwise you won't be able to brush them, and it will be horrible after that, believe me. You might get some knots, so you can't really take them off. You need to cut the hair there. So yeah, it's a really important thing. However, since it took longer to wash them, longer to dry them, etc., I would suggest that if you use a dry shampoo, especially on here, it can get dirty. So if you use a dry shampoo, you don't need to wash them every 2 days. You can do every 2, 3, 4 days. And use a dry shampoo in the middle. It saves you time on washing them since it takes longer. So that's the solution for that. Number 3, you need to brush them really often to make them look really nice. So the brush I bought is specifically for hair extension. I bought it from Amazon for £15, which looks a lot, but the brand is really nice. It's a French brand. It's called Balmain Paris. I will never see it, but it's really smooth. It's especially made for that. So when you brush them, you can brush yours as well, but it's like feels so nice. Basically, you can brush them like this, even if you have extension. If you use a normal brush, it will get stuck on the first bit. For this, they won't get stuck in here. Number 4, there's more rubber elastic bands that holds your braids. Those, you know them. They're really tiny. They don't really hold that much. So you need to be careful when you touch your hair, when you brush them, when you dry them, not to go too much heat in that point, because you will feel them here. It's like in the middle of your hair when the 2 braids with the 2 sides will be joined together. And so just be careful. Just be aware that they are there. So if something happens, you can go back in the shop. That's what happened to me, actually. One of those broke. But I wanted to take them off anyway because it was too hot, so I decided that was a good excuse. So I just took them off by myself, like in 10 minutes. Doesn't take long. Number 5, when your hair grows long, the braid a bit loosen up, I feel a bit weird. That's why I suggest to not keep them more than 3 months, so you will not experience this that much. Number 6, you cannot put sunglasses on. If you like putting sunglasses on your head like this, you won't be able to because they will get stuck here. So I'm sorry, you won't be able to do that. So guys, these are my 6 pros and 6 cons of the tune-in hair extensions. If you forgot how they look like, ta-da, there they are. So my suggestions now. So I'll suggest to have your hair cut before it. 2 main reasons for that. First is because your hair will get a bit stronger to support the extensions. And also your hairdresser, if you tell them that you're going to have hair extensions, they will do a haircut like in line with the hair extensions. Then if the shop you found doesn't trim them after you put them on, as happened to me, then go back to your hairdresser and ask them to do it for you. I mean, they did it for me just for £5. Just like I was there like an hour before and then I got them done and then I went back for that. Well, of course, if you can afford having them done at the hairdresser, it's better. It saves a lot of hassle and going around, but as you will know, that is really a lot more expensive there. Then another thing, should you decide to buy them, do not look only at your colour section. Look through the whole stock that they have exposed, because you know your hair changes. That different people, it's not the same person has been like used for the same hair colour extensions. So look like for the same sort of colour like yours. And if you really cannot find them, like my colour is a bit different, I bought something that will really look similar, and then I bought like a semi-permanent thing, not permanent because it's too dangerous, especially if you've never done it before. The semi-permanent one, and then you colour your hair and extensions so that you unify the colour. Of course, the colour you buy, it will be the same colour but maybe a different shade, as you wish really. Please bear in mind that you will need to do the test for how many minutes to keep your hair and extensions with a tint, you know, different type of hair that will like react differently, so make sure you know exactly how much time you need for both. I want to mention when you will take them off. So the thing is, you will lose so many hair all in once. Like believe me, it was like this. And it's not because you're becoming bald or because the hair extension ruined your hair. It's just because your extension were sewed in. So all the hair they wanted to fall, they didn't. So they all do at the same time. So when you brush them, you will see all the hair coming off. But don't worry at all, you won't become bald. So as a conclusion, I'll say, if you've never done it before and you're really curious to do it, I'll suggest to do it. I haven't regretted the fact that I tried it. I haven't put them on again yet, but I will do, definitely. Probably during the winter when it's a bit more colder, you can use it like a scarf like this. If you're cold like me, I'm always cold. The main important thing is that you now know the pros and cons. You know exactly what to expect. So that's your decision if you want to buy them or not. As everything anyway, this all depends on what type of hair you have, the length. For example, as I said before, if it's too short, I won't recommend it because you will see the difference. Also, it depends on the price range you can afford paying. So if you can afford a lot, you can go to the hairdresser who will colour them for you, you trim it for you. So it'll be easier. More expensive, but easier. And then it depends how long do you usually spend drying your hair, if you really like doing it or if you really can't stand it. One of my friends, for example, she doesn't even have a hair dryer, so it will be difficult for them to have extension. Well, she got long hair anyway, but yeah. So, question of the day today. Did you try them? What persuaded you to do it? Do you have any other pros and cons that you want to share with me and with all the community? Please, if so, post it in a comment section below and I will reply to all of your comments, because I like being part of the community. And remember, the best tips always come from you guys. So if you share them, everybody will know it and they will feel part of the community as well. And the more we stay connected, and the more the world will be a better place. Anyway, that's all for today, guys. Hope this video helped clarify this weird world of hair extensions. And of course, if you have any question, please feel free to ask me in the comments. Also, please give me a like for this video if you enjoyed it, and if you like watching any other videos just like this one, please consider subscribing to my channel so you will receive notification of new videos coming up. And for now, see you guys next time.